but you will succeed. Take control of how you feel in every circumstance. Work on yourself daily. Your story's far from done. The best is yet to come. To achieve, you must believe. You can live out all your dreams. Persevere, you'll make it through. What you need is all in you. When you believe, you will achieve. You can live out all your dreams. It's about time you knew the truth. You got the power all in you. You have to believe in yourself. You don't have to hide anything. You can be your true self. Don't need to follow society. Never forget that you're blessed. You're blessed. Give thanks for everything, even the hard times will turn out to be blessings. No matter how you feel, you can learn from your pain. It's there to make you great. Your story's far from done. The best is yet to come. To achieve, you must believe. You can live out all your dreams. Persevere, you'll make it through. What you need is all in you. When you believe, you will achieve. You can live out all your dreams. It's about time you knew the truth. You got the power all in you. To achieve, you must believe. You can live out all your dreams. Persevere, you'll make it through. What you need is all in you. When you believe, you will achieve. You can live out all your dreams. It's about time you knew the truth. You got the power all in you.
Good afternoon, everybody. Blessed and happy Sunday to everyone. I see a lot of people have been commenting in the chat box, and I just want to thank everyone, especially Kelly, for the message you sent earlier in the WhatsApp chat group. I really appreciate these messages. Don't always have time to reply to all of them, but I appreciate every one of you that notices what I'm doing. Not that I am seeking the recognition, because I do it truly from the bottom of my heart to see every single one of you succeed. And as the song says, if only you believe. And Robert can't make it to the call today. He's quite sick. And, myself and Robert, we believe in you guys. And it's just for you to believe in yourself and to take action, because your level of belief will ultimately determine your level of success. And that is a guarantee. No matter what we're going through in life, if we can just assess our dream pattern, our thought pattern, our belief level, we can literally change any situation, rewrite any destiny that we are faced with. Guys, we have the power. But unfortunately, circumstances, people, and surroundings sometimes take that power from us. And we need to really just sit down, tap within, take back the power, take time to reassess who you are and start believing in yourself and taking control of your financial destiny. Because at the end of the day, nobody else is going to do it for you but you. Yes, today we're going to touch on a few keys on how you can get to that ultimate place of success, how to achieve what I have achieved. But at the end of the day, it's up to you. Are you willing to do whatever it takes? I'm not here to talk about myself. I'm not here to talk about mind power. I'm just waiting to see, actually, because there's quite a few people that do want a mind power session. But if we can get at least 10 people that want me to do a live webinar on mind power, then I'll be putting that together for sure. So I know that not everyone's open to the concept, but it absolutely works. Last year, all of you know my story, had absolutely nothing. I was introduced to mind power, and I was introduced to walking over fire. Some of you know that, some of you don't know it, done quite a few crazy things at this one event to push you to a place of, discovering your inner power, discovering who you really are, and discovering that we can do the impossible, and that there is no limitations in life but yourself. You're the only limitation. Your belief system is the only limitation. And I walked over real burning fire, 690 degrees. And, this is something that I've got very passionate about, because I've discovered how you can push someone to a point of being able to discover their true power, their true self, and being able to do, whatever it takes to achieve the impossible. And that day that I walked over fire, it was for my son, so that I could tell him when I got home that evening that we can do whatever we put our mind to, no matter what anyone says, no matter what our circumstances say. And at that time, we were still in a bad spot in our life. And I wanted to tell him, you know what, everything is going to be fine as long as we believe we can achieve anything. And I was able to walk over physical fire, and, 150 degrees gives you third degree burns, 350 degrees gives you, or can melt aluminium. I walked on 690 degrees without a single mark. Why? It is your level of belief. It's the level of power that you give yourself and that you're willing to take back from your circumstances, situations, and people that are stolen. And ultimately, and this is the last thing I want to say about it, and then we're going to jump into Visage. Ultimately, I heard a story of three young men that, they were thrown into a furnace. They had that fire experience, but they were thrown in as peasants, and they came out as royalty. They came out in that place of prosperity and abundance. Why? Because they had a furnace experience. And maybe some of you on the call today are going through that fire. You're walking, you're treading on those coals. And it might not be the physical fire that I walked over. And I encourage all of you to do that fire walk with me one day. But maybe it's not that point. Maybe you are facing a spiritual, an emotional, a financial fire. And it's when you go through that fire and say that I'm willing to do whatever it takes to get to that end goal, to push through, you come to a point in your life that you suddenly just, you enter into a space that you can literally do the impossible, that you become a magnetic towards the universal forces of energy, and you start to attract and create whatever you desire. It's simple, it works, it's the law of attraction, guys. So we need to start doing that. Just quickly, Tony, a question from me. Why does everyone in Visage boost X4 but nothing in X3? I do believe we must level up in both, not just in X4. Our Visage bots will ching more. Or am I wrong? You're absolutely right. And you know what? If you're not going to level up in X3, you're going to get a lot of exclamation marks, and you're going to get a lot of notifications telling you that you have just lost income. And I'll touch on that today in detail. I don't want to keep people too long. I know you guys it's a Sunday afternoon. You've got families, you've got things to get to. I'm here to sacrifice my time in that because I want to see every single one of you succeed. So guys, go get yourself a beer or whatever you guys want to do. Relax, enjoy, and let's get straight into this. Okay. Just going to share the screen. Yeah, Tony, it's amazing when that bot keeps us busy. It's amazing when you wake up in the morning to that sound of that bot just going off and just seeing that notification every time. You know, a lot of things I'm going to cover today is things that I believe everyone already knows, but I'm still going to go over it. And then there might be one or two things that I'm going to go over that you guys do not know. And now I purposely, and some of you are going to get shocked now, I purposely made my numbers go up, okay, in terms of affiliates to prove a point. Now, if you guys remember, thanks, Natasha, your screen had a cube on it. Okay, can you just tell me if the screen still has a cube on it? It might be the chat box, okay, a black square. It might be the chat box that you guys can't see and it's covering. I've just moved it a bit. Is it the box that's in the right top corner? I think you have to redo the screen share. Okay, let me just stop sharing. I'm gonna share again. Okay, it's still not sharing. Okay, guys, can you just let me know that you can see the screen right now? I think I'm gonna open the chat box on my phone just to make it easier for all of us. If I get this bloody phone working, as you guys all know, obviously I'm not sitting with my phone anymore, but that will change soon. And I'm going to show you guys how, you know, and this is not to boast, this is not to impress anyone, but to impress upon you that no matter what circumstances you go through in life, we've got a vehicle that if we believe in ourselves, if we believe in the vehicle, we can achieve any level of success that we desire. You know, even though I had my phone stolen and I don't have insurance on it, I'll be buying myself a new one, the same one. And why am I able to do that? Because I, number one, believe in myself, believe in the project or the platform we're in. And I believe that our thoughts, our words, our actions are ultimately powerful forces of attraction, guys. Okay, this is the wrong slide. Okay, it's on my other laptop inside. So what I'm going to do quickly is just open up this. Okay, guys, if you can all just tell me that you can see my screen in the chat box, if everything is clear and that there's nothing in front of it, I would appreciate that. If you guys can just let me know. Okay, yes, thanks, Kelly. And again, Kelly, thanks a lot for the message earlier in the chat box. You know, I really do it with pleasure to give to the community, to serve the community. You know, even I told you guys know that I said that I'm not going to do these trainings anymore. And that was simply because of the people swearing at me and stuff for not getting back in time. But, you know, I don't foresee myself ever stopping because I want to see every single one of you succeed. Now, I purposely went and added 30 plus people in my team. And the reason for that is to prove to you that it's not based on numbers. You can go, and I've done this before on a calculator, you can go and sign up 10,000 people. Okay, I see most of the people are saying that they can see the screen. There's 2 people saying that they cannot. I don't know if you want to maybe just shut down the Zoom and go back on again. I see that it's clear on my other screen here on my phone as well. If you could just let me know if you get it right. Okay, so on my first week in Visage, my very first week in Visage, I had about, I think you guys can always go check back on my recordings on YouTube, but I think I had about $49,000, okay? $49,000 in my first week in this version of Visage. I had roughly 5 people in my network, Okay. Then I wanted to make a point now in the last 2 weeks to prove to you that from 50 people to 61 people, 62 people, jumping all the way now, just get here quickly, to 96 people. Okay. I've got 91 people more than what I've had, and all I earned extra is $3,000. Okay. And the reason why I've done this is to prove a point to every single person that says it's about numbers, even though I've proven it on a calculator before. I thought, you know what? People don't want to believe the calculator, so let me prove it on the system. I have signed up 91,000 people more, and yet with 91,000 people, 91,000, I wish, 91 people, I was not even able to earn that which I earned on 5 people. So that clearly shows you that it's not based on the numbers. You can go and sign up 100 people and someone else can have 3 to 5 people, and the person with 3 to 5 people, 99% of the time, would be earning more than you if they're following the system. Okay. Now, in the next week, I'm going to do something different again. I'm going to prove to you how my numbers are going to go up without recruiting anyone. Okay. When I talk about numbers, my dollar numbers, I'm going to prove to you how I can earn maybe another $10,000 in this next week. And how do I do that? Number one, because I put it out in the universe. My thoughts, my words, my actions are powerful forces of attraction. And number two, I'm going to get back to the power of 3 now for this following week, which I haven't been doing, not because I don't believe in it. Clearly, I do believe in it, and I wanted to prove a point to you guys. Okay, so for those that is running after signing up the numbers, and I'm not saying don't sign up people, guys. It is not a problem if you're going to sign up more than 3 people. But if you're going to go and sign up 96 people like this was basically just to prove a point. I guarantee you, someone is going to come with 5 to 10 people maybe and literally kick your ass in terms of earnings. That's just how the system is designed. And why is that? That is simply because on your first 3 people, and that's really all you need, on your first 3 people, your first 2 people, and this I've said so many times, but I want to get into this before I get into anything else. In my first week, on day 1, it was the Sunday afternoon, I signed up 5 people, and you will see that on the Sunday stream. I'll send you guys the link to the first recording if you guys want to, of the Facades Tron when we just started. Okay. Let me just remove someone from the Zoom call. Apologies, guys, for this person that is being blatantly disrespectful towards the Muslim religion and blatantly disrespectful towards people, in my opinion. He's a disgrace. He or she is a total disgrace to humanity. And it's sad that the person the person jumped off. So guys, apologies for this idiot that just went and posted this rude comment on the group. The block will be back because I tried to remove this idiot that is sending these ugly things, but they are gone. So the block should be gone now. Just confirm, Kelly, if the block is gone. And apologies for this guy. I don't know who it is that decided to get on and go and write that. Okay. So guys, to get back to this, so on your first 3 people, your first 2 people that you earn off, now understand when you sign up, you immediately get a position in level 1 and you get a position in level 1 of X4. Okay, I signed up on level 1. A lot of people thought I was going to put in a whole lot of money. I was going to maybe buy up to level 10. And yes, I could have done that. But again, I am trying to prove the system for what it is. So a lot of the leaders saw I only came in at level 1. And as I earned, I leveled up. I think on my first day, I was already at level 7, 8, not from leveling up out of my pocket, but simply from working the system. And how that worked is on my first two people, I was immediately able to open up level 2. You guys all know this. My third person then goes, that 100 Tron goes into the system. Now, a lot of people think it goes to the upline. It does not necessarily go to the upline. It will go up into the lineage, so to speak, but it doesn't necessarily have to be the direct upline. Okay, so that 100 Tron is just for the re-entry of this position so that it can gain that passive momentum. Now, a lot of people have asked me, where does that passive momentum come from? And I'm going to explain that now as well. So, okay, guys, I'm just quickly adding another person to the Zoom call. Apologies. Okay. Anytime, if there's anything specific you guys want to know, also please just feel free to ask questions in the chat box. That's what today is about. Okay, so now on these first two people, I receive 100 Tron, 100 Tron, meaning I can open up my 200 Tron slot. Now, two things that I want to touch on there. Number one, someone asked me why, when they used their 200 Tron to open the slot, why did they not have the 200 Tron available for them to take out of their wallet and put into their bank account? Guys, very, very simple. If you are going to take a 200 Rand note in to the bottle store and go buy yourself a cold beer and walk out and count your money, unfortunately, it will now be 185 Rand or whatever, and you've paid the 15 Rand for the beer, just for argument's sake. So you need to understand that when you pay for that upgrade, it is deducting that 200 Tron from your wallet balance. And I know a lot of you might be saying, you know, that's not something you need to explain, Raymond. There has been quite a few people that did not understand it. So I just want to make sure that everyone is clear on that. Whenever you upgrade, that will be deducted off your Tron balance from your wallet, obviously. It will not change the figure in your back office because this is simply a reflection of what you have earned thus far. Okay, so now the other thing that a lot of people kept on asking about is how do you keep on earning then on level 1? Now, you see that on your third person, that goes for the re-entry. So when your 3 people get 3 people, their first 2 people allow them to go to level 2, which now you all know and understand allows you to go to level 3. But where a lot of people missed it is now their third person, that 100 Tron bypasses them. And the first 2 would go to you. Why? Because they're paying for the re-entry. So you will continue to earn off those 3 people for life. As their 3 people get 3 people and you keep on moving up, you will get the re-entries on number 1, number 2, number 3, all the way to level 15. All those re-entries will come to you, and a re-entry on level 15 and every payment on level 15 is 560,000 Rand, which you could possibly get paid twice, thrice a week, depending not how wide your network is, but how strong and deep your network is. So you potentially want to share this with 3 people in, say, the first week, okay? And then thereafter, have your people take maximum a week, 5 days, to share with 3 people. If it takes each person 5 days to find 3 people that's going to join with the bare minimum of 150 Rand, 200 Tron, it will take you 1.5 months to achieve level 15 by repurposing your Tron each time, and you will then be earning 560,000 Rand on level 15. You will still be earning on level 14, which is like 300 odd thousand. You'll be earning on every single other level. At this point of time, your X4 is also in hyperdrive. And this is why a lot of people want to focus more on X4 because you get spillovers as well. You will see I've got 2 positions filled up here, and that is from Lardo's hard work. As you know, I'm directly under Lardo. So this is people that signed up under Lardo, but I've received the spillover. Is there anyone that does not understand how the spillover works? Just put in the chat box if there's anyone that doesn't understand, and I'm going to explain that. Otherwise, I just want to explain something else about the spillover. But if you don't understand how the spillover is allocated, let me know so that I can touch on that as well. But a lot of people are focusing on X4 because you get spillover and you get system allocations, which is the dark blue ones here. And that is actually very exciting when you get these system allocations. Okay, there's people that wants to understand. Okay. You know, unfortunately, Francois, I don't know why, but there is 90% of the people blatantly say they refuse to get on a Zoom, they refuse to get onto a YouTube, they're not interested. And I mean, they've literally said those words to me. They're not interested in getting on the calls, but yet they want to swear and shout and whatever when they don't understand the system. But when you invite them to learn the system, they refuse to get on the call. So Francois, I really, really don't understand that myself. Okay, so how it works is on X4, let's say I am a networker. First of all, I'm going to explain a networker, and then I'm going to explain a non-networker. I don't want to really use the term investor because it's not really an investment opportunity. This is a crowdfunding opportunity, which there's a vast difference there. So as a networker, I come in, I share this platform with 3 people. What is going to happen? I'm immediately going to earn off my first 2 people on X3, but just like me, they will get a position in X3 and X4. So they will fill up my top positions of level 1 on X4. Now understand all these top positions here on X4 on non-payment positions. So these first 2 positions are non-payment. Then these 3rd, 4th, and 5th position is payment positions. And then the 6th position is again for your re-entry. Okay, similar to your 3rd position on X3. If I explain it too fast or not well enough, just guys stop me please and make sure that you understand this before I continue. Okay, so now I have been the networker that's come in, shared with 3 people. So my 3 people that has filled this up and allowed me to cycle has fallen into X4, 1, 2, 3 as well. Now those first 2 people I don't get paid off, but I don't mind. I've already been paid for them on X3. And now to me, I am actually excited that someone else is also benefiting the same amount of money that I've just benefited, because these non-payment positions will now go to someone else in the system that is in line for payment. Now, what does that mean? It is someone who is close to me in the network somewhere in the world. It doesn't have to necessarily be in my team, but they are, you see, because it's fairly allocated throughout the how many people are there now? Throughout the 163,000 participants. So it's fairly distributed amongst these people. And what now happens is the next person that's already had these 2 positions filled up previously. So they have had these positions filled up before you got these 3 people. Now your 3 people come, and these 2 positions fill your non-payments and falls on their payment position 3 and 4. So they get that payment. Then you will see it will look like, okay, I don't have spillover in payments, but this is spillover. It could even fall into their non-payments, which is also exciting, because then the moment another spillover comes, or maybe they decide to get their first person, they are now getting paid on both X3 and X4 because it would fill up a paid position. Guys, if you can just tell me that makes sense so far, just so that I know you are following. If someone can say that it does make sense. If it doesn't make sense, also please just tell me it doesn't make sense. Okay, so now I'm going to explain if I am not a networker. I'm a non-networker. So I come in as a non-networker, and here's a typical example, very good example. So I've come in as a non-networker. Now, say I did not have anyone here. These two positions, these light turquoise positions here, these ones here, this turquoise colors here, this is people I've physically brought into the system. But these lighter ones, which is almost white, that is spillover. So that simply means Lardo has signed people up, okay? It went to his non-payment positions, meaning it fell over to me. But my non-payment positions were also open. So what does it now do? I get them in my non-payment, but it brings me closer to payments. But because it's my non-payments, it will also fall further down to the next person until it falls into someone's payments. So everyone will benefit down the lineage from Lardo until it gets to this payment positions. So it doesn't just spill over to 1 or 2 levels. It can actually spill over a couple of levels deep just from 1 sign-up or 2 sign-ups, which is insane. Then you will get to a point where, let's look at this. So yeah, I had someone in my lineage, someone I personally signed up that bought a level 11, but it filled up a non-payment position. So I didn't get anything, but the system allocated 2 people to me. Now, how does that again work? That is simply someone, it can happen from 2 things. Someone that has overtaken their sponsor. So they have purchased a level higher than what their sponsor is, and then they will obviously fall into these positions, which is not the case on this specific incident, because I normally check where it comes from. But what happened here is someone from the system, it was allocated. So if it's basically what I've just explained. So if it's not Lardo, okay, if it's anyone else in the system, because Lardo is my direct upline, but there's no one else above him. So if it's someone that's below, somewhere in the system, doesn't have to be in my lineage, that now had that same scenario, they've signed up their first 3 people, and their first 2 people will go to the next person that's now meant to receive. Now, if it goes to someone that is not in your direct downline, that is now seen as what we call a system allocation. So it will always be distributed fairly, either directly to your downline, but if they're not directly the next person in line, it will go to whoever else in the globe that should be receiving. And then it will be that dark blue spots. If that makes sense, if you guys can also just let me know if that makes sense. So this is where you will have a constant flow. Now, when you join up initially and you're only on level 1, don't expect to get these spillovers overnight. There is sometimes people that come in, and it's not a matter of luck. Maybe the next person to get, or let me say today, number 162,000 person got paid, okay? And I sign up for argument's sake. And all of a sudden, tomorrow morning, more people jump on, and I am the next person in line because it already was on that last number of participants, if that makes sense. Okay, so who's going to get the next payment? Me. So it's not a matter of luck, but they just simply came into the system at the right time, fell into the right position. So sometimes it does seem like some people are getting spillovers faster than others, but that is not really the case. It's always fairly distributed and goes round and round. I hope that makes sense as well. Then what's going to happen now is, thank you. What's going to happen over here is as it's spilling over initially in the lower or smaller slots, so your levels 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I would say even up to 6. Might take a bit longer to get spillovers than your topper positions like 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Why is that? Because if I look at level 1, let's actually have a look at level 1 quickly. Now I'm going to show you guys something that a lot of people have been asking me for quite some time. A lot of people have been asking for the amount of people in each level. It's not that I haven't wanted to do it. I've been wanting to do it. It's just been crazy busy my side. Let me just quickly show you. So if I go to Lardo's account, okay, and I go to statistics, and I click on filters. Now I say, I want to see on X4, how many people is on level 1, okay? There is, just want to make sure, is this how you do it, yeah? I did it the other day, guys. Oh yeah, 5. This can't be right. I did it the other day, and I just need to double check. Okay, I need to just double check, guys. We did it the other day, and I actually wanted to show you guys. What I do know is if I go here and I go to level, let's say 11. Okay, on level 11, you will see that there is about 30 transactions. So that should equate to about 30 people on level 11. Okay, I just want to double check on the lower levels because I do know that it updates, but we did manage to get into it the other day, myself and Robert. So I just need to refresh on that. But I know on the higher levels, because it's not updating as often because there's not as many people there. So this is usually quite accurate. So what I'm getting to is the higher the levels, the lower the quantity of people, meaning the quicker it's getting to you for spillovers. I hope that makes sense to you guys. So this is where I'm going to get to where Tony asked about, I think it was Tony, why is people focusing more on X4? This is where I think people are now focusing more on X4 because they think, okay, I'm chasing over that spillovers. I'm going to get that spillovers, and you're going to get it. You are definitely going to get it. But the problem we've got there, okay, what's going to happen? The moment I've got 3 people here, okay, and this is what people's doing. I take that money, I don't upgrade on level 2, I jump to X4 and I upgrade onto level 2. Now, the problem with that is the moment you have cycled once, okay, you have to open up that next level, otherwise you will stop earning on the previous level. So what does that mean? Let's say I have opened up to level 11, which I have on X3, okay? Now, if I have gone through this and I've cycled and I do not open level 12, I will earn for the rest of my life only up to level 10. I will only earn 1 cycle on level 11. Thereafter, I'll continue only earning till level 10. It will never stop. But the only way that I will open this up again, and there will be a big exclamation mark here, the only way to start earning here again is to open up level 12. And you're not paying for level 12. This is what you guys need to understand. You're not paying for it. The system is paying for it because these 2 people are covering that cost. So how do you upgrade then on X4? Easy, same scenario. The first 2 payments you get each time opens up the next slots. And then there's a bonus payment as well that you can either eat up or save towards your next upgrade so that you can start upgrading faster and faster. If, for argument's sake, this is what I do. Let's say I've cycled once on X3. I've opened up my X2. And let's say I cycle a second time on X1, on level 1 X3. I'm not going to then use that money for X4. I hope this makes sense. Because typically I don't need to, because I've already got my level 2 open. So that I can help towards X4. Because potentially, as you can see, I am further in my X4. You want to be 1 or 2 levels ahead in X4, but you also want to always be ahead of your team in X3 as well. And your team needs to upgrade in X3 because if they don't, they are losing out on income. I'll never forget on Visage with the Ethereum on my level 10, and I think that was, I don't want to lie, that was about 350. That was just under 100,000 Rand, or about 100,000 Rand that I lost because I did not understand it fully at that time. And my level 10 was open. I'd cycled. I did not use that money for level 11 because I just wanted to open up my X4. And I understand the excitement and the zeal for X4, and that's great. But unfortunately, what then happened is I missed a payment. And then obviously I contacted Lardo and he explained this to me. So you need to make sure that you're always with your earnings upgrading, unless you don't have to wait for the cycle. If you've got the money to upgrade, go ahead and upgrade. I'm one of those leaders, and don't get me wrong, please don't anyone on the call try and twist my words. I'm not bad mouthing any leaders, but there is a lot of leaders that try and just push people to put a lot of money in all the time because they want the quick buck. And you will always see me put in or tell people to put the bare minimum in. And then normally, like 85% of the time, I normally take money out of my pocket and help you guys to even go to those higher levels, because I don't want you to have to, I know what it is to be down and out. And I'm not saying everyone is there, but I want to see people work the system the way it's been designed to work, and it absolutely works. So if you've got money, by all means, you can upgrade. What I'm saying is, if you have gotten your 3 people, you need to upgrade, okay? If you do not upgrade, you are missing out on earnings. Do you have to sign up more than 3 people to cycle the same level more than once? Absolutely not. You only have to cycle 3 people. Thereafter, you will earn off that same 3 people over and over, because when they sign up their 3 people, their re-entries are going through, meaning you are earning again over and over. And obviously, you are able to open up the next positions. I've cycled, there's some days that I cycle literally, I think the one day I cycled more than 20 times. Raymond, go to partners. Yeah, so that's correct. So I didn't even know you were on, Jamal. Thanks a lot. And can see how many people. Okay, awesome. So let me just get on here quickly. I know I went into it the other day, but I've got so much on. Yes, this is where I was. So I can go to X4, and go to level 1, apply filters. And I will now be able to see that there is Jamal, if you can just double check again. Me and Robert did it the other day, but if you can just tell me exactly where I must check there. What I'm going to do is just bring you on here. Jamal, you can unmute yourself. Yeah, I'm just going to wait for him to unmute. Yes, Jamal.
How's it going?
Good, and you?
Yeah, man, I can't complain. Yeah, the way that we check is you have to. It's a bit long, isn't it? But you have to actually go on. I start from the level 15 rather than from level 1, because there's less people up there, so it's easier to calculate. Yeah. Level 1, there's probably about 200,000 people on level. Yeah, maybe that 100,000. I don't even know. There's a lot on level 1 compared to everywhere else. Correct. But you simply just click the matrix. It should bring it up X4. Then you say, like, for instance, level 1. Then when you apply the filter, they're all his partners. Every single partner you see there is his partner. So there's 155 pages of people on level 1, but you got to remember, you got to subtract that from. So if you click level 2 now, you will see that there's on level 2, there's 102. So it goes from 155 to 102. And you have to remember, this is just Lado's personally referred people.
Correct, yeah. Jamal, can you and I do a video on this? Because I just need to maybe speak to Robert as well and just find out what we did in the week. and then maybe you and I can do a video and then just get it out to the community.
Yeah, that's not a problem.
Awesome. Okay. Because I know that people have asked about that. So let's just quickly go back to this. I just want to check if there's anything else in the chat box quickly. Okay, Raymond, just to double check with regards to the cycles, if you can see that a level has cycled in your back office, does that also tell you that you've worked the system correctly so that you will continue to earn on that level? So basically, if you have cycled and you have opened up the next level, perfect, all in order. If you have not opened up that next level, there will be an exclamation mark, both on the level that you've cycled on, plus there will be an exclamation mark here by the Tron value. And when you see that exclamation mark, you know there's something wrong either on X3 and X4. So then you quickly go and look, where's that exclamation mark at? And if it's over here, you know that you need to open this level. If the exclamation mark is not over here, but it's over here for argument's sake, and this level hasn't opened, then it's not because you've cycled, but because someone is ahead of you. Then I would also advise, you know what, you need to level up because people are moving and you're losing out on income as well. So watch these things, but typically I would not want you to have an exclamation mark. I would not, because the moment the exclamation mark comes, you've already lost income. So I don't want you to get to that. Always make sure that you're at least one level ahead of your partners, number one. And number two, that if you've cycled, if you've gotten those two payments, that you open up that next slot as soon as possible. Okay, let me just go back here. Okay, so again, I don't know if you were on in the beginning, Jamal, but I was telling them that I purposely built up my numbers to show people how from 5 people to 96 people, I added 91 people, and the only difference in my dollar value is $3,000. And that is simply because it's not based on the masses. And I'm just saying this again.
That's because if you sponsor lots of people to yourself, it's just lots of level ones.
Correct. And I've done it purposely to show people that it's not going to work. But now, Jamal, for this next week, I'm not going to be recruiting, but I'm going to show you how I can add an extra $10,000 without recruiting, simply going back to the basics of 3x3. So I purposely done the numbers in recruiting to show you that you can go and sit doing that. All you're going to get is those 100 trons, and you're not going to be able to buy the car that I've purchased. And I'm not trying to boast or to make people feel bad, but I'm trying to motivate you to work the power of 3 and to be able to buy a TT, to be able to buy the convertible that I bought for my wife last week, to be able to buy the house that I've been able to purchase. This is what Visage will allow you to do if you keep it simple, not trying to complicate, not trying to throw your nets far and wide, but just share with 3 people that you typically want to impact their lives. And when we say share, as you all know, you get them onto one of our Zoom calls. If they can't get onto a Zoom call, we've got all the recordings on YouTube every day. A lot of people were saying how good Friday night's Zoom call was. Trust you guys that are on the call today watched it. Understand, thank you. I had that happen, was forced to upgrade out of pocket. Okay, if you guys ever have a situation where you maybe don't know where to upgrade or whatever the case may be, you know what? Feel free to contact me. I'm more than willing to help. Feel free to contact your sponsor first and foremost. Feel free to contact the leaders like Jamal, Robert, etc. We're there to advise. We're there to assist. Don't go and just try and reinvent the wheel and do things on your own. There's leadership here that want to see you succeed. William, thanks a lot. I see you saying it was brilliant Friday night. Even if I must say it was an amazing, amazing meeting. I loved the interaction. I loved the whole vibe about it. It was absolutely fantastic. Okay. Just want to quickly remove someone. Okay, they just disappeared. Yeah. Apologies again for that, guys. I'm not sure who that was. Okay. Okay. Is there anyone? Yeah, I'm just as shocked, Kelly. I don't know what the hell these people are smoking, but anyway, anyone that wants to ask a specific question that you do not understand on the system, I physically done these figures, like I say, to make sure that everyone can see, because I've explained it, I've showed you on calculators, and I see that people are still running wide instead of building a strong team. And that's why I've done these crazy figures. I didn't even do it in the last Visage, as you know, but I need to try and make it clear for everyone to understand, because I want you guys to succeed. That's what I want. Can I open the next level on X3 without opening the next level on X4? You can do that, yes. Only level 1 opens up X3 and X4 at the same time. Thereafter, you have to physically go either onto X3 or X4. For example, if I'm on level 7 on X3 and 6 on X4, can I open level 8 on X3 before level 7 on X4? Yes, you can, but just make sure that you're opening X3 level, what was that, 7 or whatever, or level 8, sorry, because you need to do it. You've cycled on level 7, or because you see your team's going to level 8 or whatever, then you open it. Otherwise, you obviously would want to open X4, because X4 you're getting spillovers. Just keep that in mind. Sorry, network is bad on my side. You might have answered that. This is on YouTube, so I think based on what we explained earlier on, maybe you missed it. I would suggest that you just try and watch the replay of this. Okay, guys, I'm quickly going to do something. Sorry about this, guys. I haven't done this for some time, so I need to just quickly go enable waiting room. Okay, perfect. There we go. We won't have any of that anymore. So now the chat box should remain clean. I need to obviously check the chat box to see if there's any questions. So apologies for that, but I'll just make sure that there's no more of that crap coming in. So no one else will be able to jump in and come with their nonsense. Thanks, Rita. I try my best. So, okay. I don't know Duncan Machir, so we will not accept him. Okay. Do you have to cycle X4 level completely before opening up the next level? No. If you want to obviously open up, if you want to open up, by all means you can. Let me just remove. There we go. So you are more than welcome to do so. It's sad to see the level of what would I say, unethicalness that people use to try and bring, and we've seen it in last week, a smear campaign against Visage and the leaders to try and get them into a project known as Power of Two. And it's really sad. I'm not looking for followers, guys, but we've got a team which legally are in place that I spend thousands of rands on to research certain infrastructures, platforms, etc. And we put this money in to secure the community, to protect the community rather. And we researched Power of Two. I got to speak to the co-founder, everything, found out that it was literally programmed only to last a few days. Long story short, no one wanted to listen. A lot of people's lost money there. And yet it's these people, and I'm 99% sure it's the Power of Two people that's on the call now trying to to cause a disruption, because we actually dug into it. And this last week, Power of Two people tried to run a smear campaign against Visage and a lot of the leaders to try and to badmouth Visage and bring them over to Power of Two. And it was quite funny. In the one day while they were doing it, Power of Two hit a point where everyone lost money, and they were all just shut up for that moment. And, you know, it's really, really sad that people do this, that they're out to try and steal people's money, they're out to try and scam people. But, you know, we're not going to allow that to happen. We're going to make sure that we keep on protecting. Okay, Abida, just like me, very, very excited for that card, trust me. And Lardo is working very, very hard behind the scenes. They've made that clear for that card. Yeah, they got slapped hard, William. They got slapped. A lot of people got slapped with losing money. So they are working hard behind the scenes. There was obviously a slight little bit of a delay in bringing out the second platform of Visage. A lot of people also asked, why did Visage bring out a Tron platform? So let me just answer that question right now, because I received 3 phone calls, I think, this past week on it. One person actually asked, why did they move away from Ethereum and go to Tron? Just so everyone knows, I still earn on the Ethereum platform. Jamal still earns on the Ethereum platform. A lot of people do. They have never moved away from Ethereum. None of us have moved away from it. All the community, though, has actually requested from Lardo. A lot of requests went out for Lardo to bring out a Tron-based platform as well, based on the factor that everyone globally on the crypto side of currencies, everyone is going towards Tron. It's becoming the most fastest growing cryptocurrency, and obviously not having the fees like Bitcoin and Ethereum has, we had a real winner in hand, and hence the secondary option of Tron. And Ethereum soon launching Ethereum 2.0. And then we're going to have both of these literally side by side skyrocketing and taking people to financial levels that you could never have dreamt of before. If it goes over your head, don't worry. We're there to assist. Please just keep on watching the videos on YouTube as well. Watch the trainings, watch the presentations. It's really there to equip us. You know, I even try and get onto whatever calls I can. I equip myself, I educate myself. It's always a must. The last message I got from Lardo, let me just read it here. It says, right now we are testing the work of X Gold. The tests will be over very soon, and the working version of the program will be launched on the main site. Unfortunately, there is no exact date, but we work on it every day. And that was sent 6 days ago to me at 11:45, almost midnight. Okay, so that was the last message I got. So they are working on it, guys. Understand there's a lot going in behind the scenes from the developers. They're putting everything in place to make sure that the transparency will always be there. The security will always be there. The reliability will always be there. They want to make sure at all times that there's no loopholes, that no one will be in a situation, you know, where there's any place for error. So, yeah, we need to make sure of that at all given times. Any other specific questions, something that I could maybe not have thought of yet that you might, burning the midnight oil. Yes, I sometimes go to bed past 4 in the morning, up at 6 o'clock, helping some of the team to get them either upgrading or to show them how to buy Tron or to help them with their new affiliates. And, you know, that's what I believe all of us as leaders should be doing. I see it from Jamal as well, and I just love to see his heartbeat. And me and him, I think, motivate each other to keep on going like this all the time as well. Jamal, do you want to add anything? I think I feel almost like there's more stuff that I wanted to say. But basically how I done it is in my first week, I had 5 people. Yes, I know that I always say 3. It can be done with 3. I had 5 in my first week. It doesn't mean that it's going to make a big difference. If you want to go for 5, go for 5, but don't go too wide. I had my 5 in my first week. I made $49,000. I've added 91 people thereafter, and I only made $3,000 to prove to you it's not in numbers, but rather it's not in quantity, but rather in quality. Jamal, would you like to say something?
Yeah, it's because if you go onto my account, yeah, it's 3716. So obviously my number's a lot larger than yours.
Yours is again a good example as well to show low numbers and get an amazing income.
So it's just teamwork, and people need to understand the direct commission is probably there to draw you away from the residual to keep you having to sell all the time, because that's basically how I see it. I see it as you could either be a person who goes out there and sells every day to try and make money, or you can be a person who builds a team. So you don't just sign 2 people up, you actually team up with 2 people to make it grow, and then you help them team. So it's a team game. That way you grow deep and you make more money faster than if you was to just be out there alone by yourself, because that's really what it is. By yourself, or you're with a team.
Definitely. Absolutely. And that's where that saying, and it's not trying to just be with fancy sayings, but that's where the saying goes, teamwork makes the dream work. It absolutely does. The power of 3 has been proven time and time again. Jamal is proof of it. I have proven both sides of having small people with great numbers, high people with a very little bit of earning in that time period. So it's really, really proven, guys. You don't want just the 100 Tron payments. I don't like it if my bot goes off and I just keep on seeing 100 Tron. You want to see payments that says, 358,000 Tron, 204,000 Tron. That's the type of payments that you guys want to start seeing coming into your wallets, and what your notifying bot tells you. Guys, the only way to do it is to work with a team and to work on quality instead of quantity. Okay, so I trust that makes sense. Is there anyone else with any questions? Or Jamal, if you want to say anything else, let me just go back to the chat box here.
The key is to just team up with your 3, help your 3 team up, and enjoy the journey, because that's really what it is about, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because we can do it together. We do it together, and it's fun. It's better than going to work every day.
Correct. Okay, I see someone also asking how to link the ETH and Tron Visage. I wish I had not linked mine yet, so I could have shown you. But basically, it will have an option in your back office to link. You will copy, because you say that it gives you a key to copy and you don't know where to put it. So you copy that key, then you log out of or go out of the wallet, go onto your Trust wallet or wherever you've got your Ethereum one, and you go and you log in as per normal into your Ethereum platform, and then you go to where it says link, and then you paste that key that you receive from the Tron dashboard. You paste it there, and it will actually link the 2, and you can have one affiliate link for both, which is actually quite great. Okay, so let's see. Hi, this is Pierre Bella Hubby. I want to know the over and under flows. It is from your teamwork only, or from the... Okay, so from above will always just be from team. From under, there has been times that we've definitely seen come from the global community. A lot of the times you will see coming from people that has overtaken their sponsors, but also it comes from the global community. I just want to quickly go on to Facebook here for one of the questions that I've just received. Okay. Yes, there is a lot of Visage pages, and the reason for this is because there's a lot of affiliates, and a lot of affiliates giving whatever, like I've got Visage by Team AGI, for example. So there is a lot that is out there. And I just want to show you, and you're obviously asking now which one is the legitimate Visage page. Now, Visage specifically does not have a direct Facebook page, but the main team of Visage, they do. And if you want to get any of the info, want to get back on top here, let me just type. As you see, I've been looking for my phone non-stop. Let me just go here, I think. Let me just go on that one. Okay, so if you want to get any info, go to Telegram. You go to the official Visage Telegram. Okay. And if you're on the official, is this the official one? Why is look at my stuff there? So on the official one, you will actually see that it's got absolutely, okay, I don't have it on my phone. It will give me the pin message. It will have all the links to all the Facebook, YouTube, you name it. But if you scroll back, you will also get it. I don't know who of you are in the Visage official Telegram group. And since I'm on Telegram, I just want to show you the 3-step as well. Let me see, is this the official one? Let's double check. Okay, yeah, it is. Okay, on your phone, it actually gives you a link on top to a pinned message with all the various pages. Okay, one thing that you want to also look at, every single one of us has received in our notifier bot a message to go and sign up on the Visage community. So this is where you can literally be kept updated at all times and be right in the forefront of knowing what is happening, when it's happening, etc. Like you can see the news on X Gold. So you will always be up to date on Visage X Gold or any of the other programs. So sign up for this. Make sure you're always up to date, guys. And then the warm welcome. I've put it into the groups numerous times. This allows you to send this out to any new person that wants to join. You will literally send them out this message. When they click on the link, it takes them through the whole process of signing up. So it says, well done. We're going to show you how to download your wallet, how to register, how to buy Tron, all that type of stuff. They will click on the next link and it will literally take them step by step through how to create a wallet, how to keep their private keys or 12 words safe. It will even have a little video on how to purchase the Tron and obviously then how to send it to the wallet. It's also typed out how to do that. And brilliant, you have just completed the hardest part of orientation. You'll click the next link and this is where you will now go through. You funded your wallet, you've done all this, you'll go through going back to your sponsor, ask your sponsor for the affiliate link now, go ahead, ask now, then follow the registration video. And there's a little video on how to register by copying the link, and obviously another little video on how to level up or upgrade to those higher levels. Now, everyone that has used this 3-step so far has said how amazingly easy it is and how they have benefited with their team. So please, guys, make use of it. If you do not yet have it, make sure you send me a message or send your sponsor a message to make sure that you've got this and that we are able to just make the whole process so much easier and smoother at all times. Is there anyone else with a specific question? So yes, guys, if you have any specific questions right now that you want to maybe ask, back on live right now, you can just put in the chat box, or put your hand up, and I'll answer that. Otherwise, I just hope that last week's training, and obviously what I showed you again, how I was able to achieve more than $10,000 in 1 week simply by sticking to the basics. The basics of 3 Get 3, guys. Let's not try and complicate it. Let's not try and reinvent the wheel. Let's stick to the basics. And then also, you don't need to understand the program. All you need to do is share it with 3 people, invite them onto a Zoom call, and let me do the work for you. I will be working with some of the other leaders to try and get some training videos out in the next couple of days on how to possibly create that attraction where people will reach out to you, because we're not looking for people, people are looking for us. So I'll make a few videos on that, how to get the people to reach out to you and then ultimately redirect them to a Zoom call. That's ultimately where you want them to be. You don't want to try and share too much information and overpower people. You want them to get onto a Zoom call, let me go through the presentation with them, and then from that place, we are able to do the 3-step, and the 3-step literally step by step takes them through the whole sign up, and you are building a strong foundation. Only a pleasure, Natasha. I will definitely start working on that tonight. Doesn't profit if my 3 people are not leveling up. I would not say so at all. What happens is if they don't level up and they've now got their 3 people, so it's actually going to be quite stupid of them not to level up, because what's going to happen is their people will overtake them, and you will start earning off their people, because they will suddenly become a downline to their 3 people, basically. And their 3 people will now be directly under you, and you will obviously earn those profits. So they will definitely be losing profits. It's not something that I would foresee anyone doing or purposely doing, at least. Maybe if they don't understand the system, they may not upgrade or level up. But that's where we as leaders must educate them and help them, assist them to level up. Because by not teaching them to level up, you're robbing them. And that's not what we want to do, guys. So, okay. Any other questions so that I can answer? We will also be looking at, I know a lot of you guys have asked that we have a public firewalk for the team. We will be looking at doing that very, very soon. Does anyone have the list of exchanges and wallets in the various countries looking for? Okay, so there is a list. I'm going to just try and find where it is. If there's anyone on the call that's possibly got that on your device, please send it. Unfortunately, as you guys know, my phone was stolen, so I've lost quite a lot of things with that device. But if anyone's got that list, please just send it on the chat right now. Okay, so William, I'm not sure if you're referring, if you want me to give you a call. If so, just drop me a WhatsApp and I will do so. Okay, if there's no one else that would like to ask any questions, I want to see quickly on Sean's not on. Is there anyone else that's maybe just wanting to share anything as a motivation? Maybe what you've experienced this past week, how Facade has changed your life. Possibly, if anyone wants to share anything, you can also just put it in the chat box or raise your hand so I can unmute you. Oh, sorry, William, I misunderstood that. Okay. Yes, Natasha, will do. Just drop me a WhatsApp again just now, and then I will do so shortly. Yes, Nazmi, we will be looking at that. I have looked at 2 companies, which is a bit crazy in pricing, but we are looking at different options to get a funnel in place. Okay. Otherwise, if there's nothing else, guys, have an amazing Sunday afternoon further with your family, with your friends, with your loved ones. Tomorrow evening, remember, guys, tomorrow evening, 7 p.m. South African time, 6 p.m. UK time, That is 9 p.m. Dubai time, as we've got people from all over the globe getting on these. Get your 3 guests on the call and make sure that you don't miss out, that you keep on pushing. Get that vision board up in your room. Start dreaming big, because your belief level determines your success level, guys. Ultimately, be blessed, be wise, be awesome, and see you all tomorrow.